Job 34:21. For his eyes are on the ways of man, and he sees all of his steps. Let me say that again. He sees all of his steps. Let me tell you a story, because Miss Sophie would not leave you without a story. This is a story about 6 blind men and an elephant. There were 6 blind men that lived together pretty happily, and they learned the ways of the world through many different things. They learned the sound of the flute with their ears. They could smell food cooking and taste the spices on their tongue. They could feel the softness of silk with their hands. One day, these 6 blind men heard that the prince had gotten a new elephant, and they never seen an elephant before, and they wanted to go and touch it. And so they journeyed to see the prince's castle to find the elephant. When they made it to the gate, they met a guard, and they told the guard how they wanted to touch the elephant and see what he was really like. And the guard knew that the prince was very kind and would not mind. When they ran upon the elephant, the first blind man touched the side of the elephant, and he said, "Wow, you are like a wall." The second one touched the trunk of the elephant. He said, "You are like a snake." The third one touched the tusk of an elephant. He said, "Oh, wow, you are like a spear." The fourth one touched the leg of the elephant. And he said, "My, you're like a mighty tree." And the fifth touched the ear of the elephant. He said, "Oh, wow, you are really like a fan." The sixth one touched the tail of the elephant. He said, "My, you're like a rope." They were so excited. They knew they had to go back home, and it was a long journey, so they left the elephant to start home. They decided to rest underneath a tree near the castle before the long journey home, and they began to discuss the elephant. And the one talked about how he was like a wall, and they bickered. No, he is like a tree. No, he is like a rope, the sixth one said. No. He is like a spear. No, come on. He's like a snake. Be realistic. No. He is like a spear. They bickered so long and loud that they woke the prince. And he came out and he said, "Hey, what's going on out here? I was trying to get my sleep." And they began to tell the prince what they saw by touching the elephant. And the first one said, "I touched him and he is like a wall." And the second one, "He is like a snake, my prince." No. Prince, he's like a spear. No, he is like a tree. No. Prince, he is like a fan. No. He is like a rope. Tell them, Prince, I am right. He's like a rope. And the prince said, "You know what? You are all right. The side of the elephant is like a wall. And the trunk is really like a snake. And the tusk, oh yes, it's definitely like a spear. And the legs are as big as trees. And his ears, they wave like a fan. And his tail, my friend, it certainly is like a rope." And they all smiled. But he said, "You all so wrong." He said, "See, you only touched, each one of you, only touched one part of the elephant. The elephant is made of all those things. And that is what makes him whole." Let me tell you something. Sometimes we find one thing about man, and we judge that one thing, and you shut them off. You shut them off, you shut them out. What if we open ourselves up to know all the things that we do not know about that man? I guarantee you we will have a much greater story. Do you know what the prince told them? He said, "I'll tell you what." He said, "I know your journey is long." He says, "Why don't all of you pop on the back of the elephant and we'll give you a ride home." And you know what the blind men thought? That, wow, this is really the best part of the elephant. Know more about people before you judge them. There is so many layers to us all. You can't close yourself off to one thing, or rather open up yourself to the many different things that makes us us, that makes us unique. You'll find a much greater story. That's my story today. I did not write the story, but I didn't mind telling it. Have a great day, my friends. This is story time. This is Miss Sophia. Bye-bye.